he's taking a massive shit, so there's that. Like I said, of course, these RP meetings don't say anything that's, not within Nara, don't troll, anything like that whatsoever. Just, be normal,
Can I ask
like
one
we usually
question?
do. Oh yeah, sure, what's up?
Um, I would just like to congratulate you for putting me in that announcement. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, no problem.
See, threatening people sometimes works.
But anyways, so that's pretty much the gist of it. Did Alexander, who added in the second space on?
Yeah, we're playing some Blood 9 after this.
Yeah, there'll probably be some people hopping in on Blood and Iron after this meeting is done and over with. I just told one other guy what's going on, so give me a second. I gotta take my pills real quick because I'm sick right now, and then I guess we'll start
Constantine
up.
drugs. He's a drug addict. Shame him.
Yes, we are death.
Shame. 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 Rings bell because I don't have one.
Nice, death.
I feel like, so as much as you know, I still have like 40 gigs of fucking meetings and events recorded. If you need any form of footage.
Jesus. That can definitely help with administration as well, because there's quite a few people that
User was moved to
inform me
your
that other people
channel.
have been trolling either during meetings or during the battles, and I could definitely look over some of that footage and then ban them. That could actually really help. I, I'll just start up now since we have quite a few amount of people in here. Alright, so I'm currently in character. We're all gonna be in character. Like I said before, don't troll. If you do have questions, then
Microphone
I guess,
muted.
you're allowed to ask. Just don't be stupid about it. Um, Pretty much the same rules as always. Alright, we'll begin. Hold on, let me just change my name real quick so that way. Yeah. Alright, anyways, okay, so I know many of you don't really like me at all. It's pretty apparent. There's quite a large amount of you that are within different sides of this civil war, definitely. And oh, hold on, let me message Jay. And it has definitely changed a lot of people's lives within Casca. A lot of people have lost their lives, and a lot of people have really watched everything they've built up burn right in front of them. So notice how all of you are not the leaders of the revolution. Notice how you are the generals, the soldiers, the statesmen, the politicians, etc. There's no Alexander Riches, there's no Randall Riley here. It's just you. And if there's one thing that I've finally figured out, is that after taking a long walk with Alexander Riches, all the way back to one of my private ships to go inform the British Navy to lift the blockade, as we traveled, I saw many burned villages. I saw thousands and thousands of bodies strung about, of many different sides.
User in your
And
channel timed out.
that really did change me in the fact of what I think of this civil war. For that, I want to propose something. I want to propose that maybe for at least a month or so we propose a ceasefire without the leaders entering in on this, without Randall or without Alexander. Necessarily calling peace to the civil wars. I know none of us really truly have the power to do that, but you're the generals. Men listen to you mostly, not the president, not the revolutionary leader. And so this proposition would be pretty simple. Both sides put down their weapons for now, allow their soldiers to go visit their wives, their children, their family, anyone that they know. Allow them to go home and tend to their farms for a bit. to rebuild before we continue this war, at least for some sort of national holiday. Does anyone have anything against this? No one have anything against this whatsoever? As Representative Lockwood, I implore that each habs and offer. So, okay. The whole idea behind, of course, though, there are some main people that there are some people that would need to agree to these terms in order to get the ceasefire going so we can allow these soldiers to go home and tend to their farms and see their families, as you are the leading generals of different sides. First off, oh, by the way, change your name to your actual NRP name, because I don't know your NRP name. So I was going to call German Gunner's character, but he's just German Gunner, so I don't... Like, everyone right now change to your OP character's name by just right-clicking, and then just hit change nickname, and it'll temporarily do that. Everyone do that real quick, so that way it can help out.
Alright.
Anyways, though, there would need to be some people on many different sides to agree to this. So, first off, oh, here's Jay.
User was moved to your
Eric,
channel.
basically, what I've proposed to all these men is that since none of the main leaders, not Alexander or Randall's here, that we, the general, the statesmen, the soldiers, the politicians, call for a ceasefire so our men can go home, tend to their farms, see their families. Not a peace or anything like that. But no one on both sides has given any leeway to the actual grunts who are fighting this war. No one has. Alexander hasn't. Randall hasn't. And a lot of us agree that maybe it's time at least we go home for a bit and take a rest from this ongoing war. A lot of us, I can understand a lot of us don't want peace, but at least for the common soldiers, a ceasefire would be kind of nice for them to be able to go home and tend to what they need to do. At least for a month or so, for maybe a national holiday. And so,
I'm for it.
you're for it?
That's the Marshall's opinion. I'm for it. Men have been
Alright.
fighting hard. They've been fighting good. Time for me to go home.
Tyler, what do you
For
agree to?
ceasefire?
Yes, a ceasefire.
I reckon
Striker.
you can work out. What's up?
I mean, so yeah. I can agree to a ceasefire as long as Eric gives his honor that Randall won't screw with it until we both mutually agree it's back on.
I can't swear my honor on my president's decisions. You know what I mean?
So,
Like I can
can
try
you
to stop
swear-
him, but
Can you swear that you personally won't come
yeah, I can
if
swear
he
that.
doesn't? Alrighty.
For as long as the ceasefire is, how long is the ceasefire gonna be, Barrison?
The ceasefire, of course, is probably going to only last a month.
Out of character, how much time would that be?
That would be until Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I can agree with that. 100.
Yeah, I can agree.
I'm with that.
Understood. And remember, this is without the decision of both of our leaders, meaning that both sides place themselves in jeopardy for doing this. I mean, even the communists in the jungles seems to have
I can
agreed.
send a telegraph to Alexander
Good.
if need be,
Alright, then it is settled.
but he should be fine with it.
Sancho's the only one that probably won't stop, but then again, Sancho's forces are very small and minimal. His forces are only in the tens of thousands, your forces are in the hundreds of thousands. I doubt he'll do anything big, because he'll have both of them. So I can't swear anything. Of course, the smaller parties probably will still wage war, but the government and revolutionary forces are the ones sending hundreds of thousands of men into battle. And so as long as we can get a ceasefire between those two, and rebuild the nation, then I agree to this. A lot of you don't trust me, a lot of you don't like me, but taking that trip to my ship and seeing all those dead people definitely changed me. Anyways, glad to hear that this ceasefire has happened. One way to make this official is that, out of OP, is that if you would all announce that you agree to the ceasefire through the announcements. I mean, the main people, you know, like Stryker, Ryan, etc. It'd be like a sentence or two with the description saying, I, Tyler Royston, agree to the ceasefire proposed by Barrison DeWitt, etc., by both sides. So that way everyone understands that, you know, there's a ceasefire and no one makes any moves.
Alrighty.
Alright. Thank you, everyone that's come to this meeting. It definitely means a lot to me and the people of Casca that, at least for a short time, we can all go home and recollect ourselves. Alright.
I
You're
would just
dismissed.
like to say something, Barrison.
Of course.
So this ceasefire would last 1 month. Now, would there be no contact between the two sides, or would there be limited contact between them, or would that be up to the both of the parties?
The idea of the ceasefire is almost as if we're still one nation. The Civil War isn't over, of course. Randall Riley isn't your president, as the man, as Alexander isn't president. It's simply men are allowed to go home and tend to what they need to until the war comes up.
Now, what is the guarantee of the soldiers that live in provinces held by the opposing sides that they will be allowed to leave or not get arrested or killed?
Well, that's the problem with it, and that's where you all come into that. You are the ones that have to honor that, not your leaders, not me.
May I interject?
Yes.
Eric, would you promise to keep that uphold that promise?
Yeah. Soldiers
All
under my
right.
command will fight.
Then I'll honor that promise as well.
It's all about trust and, in the end, doing what's best for the soldiers, not us. It's not about us going home, it's about them going home, being able to see their families before they inevitably probably die. Because you
Well-
must realize that the ones we're sending home, that'll probably be the last time they will see home for a lot of them.
Alright.
Alright, that is pretty much the end of the meeting. You're free to leave. Thank you to everyone that came today.
Microphone activated.
Hold up. Should I send you some of footage, Felix?
Oh no, that's fine actually. Everything went fine with this. You could keep it for yourself. I don't care like what you do with the footage, but like if just in case if someone did do something, just send it to me. Otherwise than that, the meeting's over. Thank you to everyone that did come today. Wow, I didn't think this many people would get on. I had this meeting just out of the ass. I was like, alright, well, let's get some people together and maybe do something interesting. So that's pretty cool. If any of you are interested, I think a few people want to go play some Blood and Iron Commander battle.
Alright.
I'm probably gonna
User
hop on
disconnected from
myself,
your
so
channel.
if any of you want to hop on, then I think that's totally fine.
I'm
It'll just
gonna-
be Commander battle.
I'm gonna end the recording. I'm just gonna hop on.
Gotcha.